stream number 1, race 1, Misano Series 3 for Cerberus Virtual Racing. So, I've got a new commentator with me today, one of the sort of new drivers that we've had since Series 2, I think, PDUBS, is that right?
Series 2, Race 2, which was Paul Ricard. We had the forwards and then the reverse grid, and that was just as I was starting with you. So I got to see Cerberus at its most chaotic right off of the bat.
So yeah, the reverse grid is not in Series 3. It was something that we tried.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it was tried. It worked pretty well. Unfortunately for us, the races that the randomizer picked for the reverse grid was the worst tracks that it could possibly pick. It picked Paul Ricard and then Snetterton, and the races that it would have picked this time would have been Bathurst and Brands. So we decided against doing the reverse grid this time. But yeah, as you can tell, PDUBS is across the border. He's a American, so we've got
Hello.
American and UK. So we've got a bit of accent twang, I think is the best word for it.
It works. Sometimes I can't understand you, but we get past it.
Don't worry about it. I can't understand myself most times. Before we start, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Cerberus patrons. So as you can see on the left, we've got Nick, Gavin, Paul, Tex, Mark, Eric, Martin, Matt, Michael, Christine and Kirk Nicholson, Tony, and yourself, Pete. So big
Hello
thanks to
again.
them.
You are welcome.
You keep the lights on, you allow us to do what we're going to do, and we've got some cool stuff in the pipeline. So the format for this race, the highlight reel, slightly different to the way we've done it before. We've had a bit of feedback, so we're going to try it and see if it works. We're going to go onto the main page. PDUBS is going to read out the role list because we're now into splits. So we've got pro, pro-am, and amateur splits, which, as you'll see, I think works quite well. So
Yes, if you have been following since Series 2, Series 2 was very much an overall grid, everyone just driving against each other. But as Cerberus has grown, we are finding ourselves in more groups of people in these classes and skill levels. So we now have our Pro, Pro-Am, and Am classes. So going into Misano Race 1, man, I really felt the jitters for this one. I was waiting to get back into this race. So I actually started in the Pro-Am category. I guess now I have been moved to the Pro category. I've been performing a bit too well for some other members to think that I'm still in Pro-Am. So if we actually look at the sim grid now for qualifying around Misano, in the Pro category, we have a new driver with us leading the group named Sandro Van Sand. He has been rapid, really fast, this guy. In second came Paul Simon. Third in the pro category, and my intro was to just preface this. I technically came in third in the pro category, even though I was pro-am at the time. Then we had Gavin, who is also Gavin Sullivan, also a very rapid driver. And although he is not listed in qualifying, one of our resident professionals, our alien Todd Brown, joined from the back, which
yeah, it was
ends up making a very interesting highlight reel.
it was very hit and miss. I think he whatever he was doing, he managed to rush back just in time to get on. So seeing Todd drop onto the grid with just over 50 seconds to spare was probably a bit of a blood pressure raiser for some of the pros. But yeah, it
Hmm.
was. I think the qualifying was good for the new splits. Obviously, new ruling as well. But yeah, I'll let you carry on working your way.
Yeah. Moving on to the Pro-Am class. This is our largest class, having started with 15 drivers in qualifying. We have you qualifying first in the Pro-Am class, Ash.
Yeah, I don't know
So
how that
leading
happened.
us, yeah, Misano qualifying, leading Pro-Am is Ash Leach. We then have Connor Jalowiecki. He's a newer driver, and I haven't actually had too much time to talk with him on his own, but he is fast. He's quick.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh, Mark Kutz in the Ferrari. Who I should mention some of the cars that you guys are driving too. Arik Roguski uh, in the Mercedes AMG GT3 2020. We have Kirk Nicholson in the BMW M4. Nicholas Peltzy, or Peltzel? Peltzel. Nicholas Peltzel in the Porsche 992. Christine Nicholson in the BMW M4, which I really like these two. Kirk and Christine just came to our server recently. They've been doing a fantastic job.
Rapid.
Very quick and very consistent between the two of them. Uh, in their qualifying, Kirk only outqualified Christine by 2 hundredths of a second, or I'm sorry, 2 tenths of a second.
Yeah, 2 tenths.
They
Yeah.
are, yeah, a 35.57 and then a 35.77 between Kirk and Christine. So they are pretty consistent and very close to each other. We then have Aaron Fox, another new driver uh, in the AMG 2020. Marek Pribble in the Porsche 992. In 10th, we have Archie Moet in the McLaren 720S, which has just been, I feel like it's more dominant than we've seen it in this series so far. It is a powerhouse of a car. In 11th, we have Owen Robbins in another McLaren 720S. In 12th, we have Tony Herzig, a more veteran member of Cerberus Virtual Racing in the Ferrari 296. Jason Bartley in 13th in the Ferrari 296. McClaudio de Barros in 14th in the Ferrari 296. And then Stephen Biles in the McLaren 720S, rounding out the Pro-Am class in 15th. So that's a pretty boisterous amount of drivers in that class. We've got quite a few people in there.
Yeah, the between the top pro-am qualifications, there's not really much in it. I mean, almost 35 flat for me in the Lambo, and then 35 182 for Connor, 35 392 for Mark, 35 5 for Eric, 35 575 for Kirk, Nick's 35 755, Christine 755. So that basically between the top, between me and seventh, you're looking at 7 tenths.
I
So
mean, between you and 11th, there's less than a second.
yeah, so it's a really,
It
really good group for the pro-ams. You know,
very competitive with each other. That's why we had to split into these different categories, because there's a clear split between the guys in that pro class and then the the Pro-Ams where there's a lot of competition in Pro-Ams to be had. Uh, Finally, going into the AM class, these are some of our newer drivers, and I look forward to driving more with them, working on them. We've had some really good appearances from the M class. We have in the first position in the M class, we have Stephen Jordan in the McLaren 720X S. You'll also know him as Tex. Uh, Number 2 in the Porsche 992, the name just is Racing from the Back. So
Stacey
he's
Ellis, that one.
Stacy Ellis, okay. And then number 3 is a Yuri Holin,
Yep.
also in the Porsche 992. So a pretty big grid for race 1, which was really, really enjoyable.
So the new schedule for this series, we generally do 2 races now, then a week break, and then 2 more races, a week break. So going from Series 2 into Series 3, I think it was a 3 week break, something like that.
3 or
Just
4
to,
week.
yeah, just to allow people to have a bit of time off and get themselves ready and holidays and whatnot. So the schedule, if people are interested. So we've had Misano as race 1, so that was on August 13th. Race 2 was Snetterton, that was August 20th, so that was last Sunday. So stay tuned for the highlights reel on that one. Race 3 at Bathurst is September the 3rd. This is at 7 o'clock UK time. So if you're interested, have a look on the sim grid, or the Discord is on screen. Race 4, we then move to Zolder on September the 10th. We then have the week break, and we're looking at September 24th for Spa. Race 6 then moves to Silverstone on October the 1st. We then move to Watkins Glen for race 7 on October the 15th. And then to round out Series 3, the penultimate round is race 8 at Brands Hatch on October the 22nd. So we've got some good tracks this series. There's a lot of tracks that are not as well known. Some people don't race them. I mean, Bathurst is going to be an interesting one next week because it's always interesting at Bathurst.
I'm terrified.
the the weather is going to be interesting as well. So the way that Cerberus uh, pick the weather, if you've not been part of it, is we look at the real weather for the track day and do that. So stuff like Silverstone on October the 1st and potentially Brands Hatch on October the 22nd. Predominantly, October is a wet month for the UK, so it's either going to yield a cold day or a wet day. Or who knows, with the way that the weather's going at the minute, it could be 20 odd degrees. Um, we don't know till we get to the week before.
What's fun
So
about it is it's real conditions. This is what the track would be like in the world. That's what we're driving. Love it.
the plan now will be we'll do a grid view. We'll work his way down. There's custom liveries. Not everybody's custom livery loaded in this, so I do apologise. Hopefully the race 2 at Snetterton, any missing liveries from this one is picked up by that. There was a slight issue with the uploads on Awesome for us, but it seems to have rectified itself for race 2, so I can only apologise if your car is missing its livery as part of this one. So what I'll do now is I'll switch to the in-game and I'll work my way down the grid. I'll let PDUBS um, give you the highlights of the races that we're looking at. But just quickly, if you're looking at the Twitch screen now, you'll see the difference between the white, the silver, and the red. So as PDUBS explained earlier, white is for the pros, silvers are for the Pro-Am, and red is for the AM. Connor was signed up as an amateur, so 184 is signed up as an amateur for this race. However, by the end of this race, he gets himself promoted to Pro Am.
It's
So,
just
well,
too fast.
well done, Connor.
Very
So,
well done.
I'll show you the drivers first. I'll work my way down the grid, and then we will get well and truly into the highlights.
Now, the thing is, starting off, uh, I, it just first car that we're looking at, Sandro Van Sand, probably one of the prettiest liveries I've seen on our grid. That is just really something.
Catch them all on the spoiler as well.
Oh, I didn't see that before. That doesn't have anything to do with Pokemon, does it?
I don't know.
Uh,
So we then move to Paul's 420 with the green wheels.
Paul with yes, these green wheels. Uh, that's his signature, I suppose. Loves those. I've seen him in other cars with the same green wheels.
BMW by any chance?
Yeah.
Your car is next. I think
Yes.
you're in
So
the new livery,
being
aren't you?
being an American driver, and there's not too many of us. The number seems to have grown, but there's going into this race, I think there were maybe like 4 American drivers on the grid, maybe. So that is what I've called the Lamborghini American. Thank
So
you, Nick, for getting me that livery. In such short notice, he put this together within like 2 days of the race.
so a big shout out
I
to
love it.
Nick. So as part of the patrons, Nick creates the designs for us all. So all patron members get a custom design. So big shout out to Nick.
Now,
Then
this is Mr. Ash Leach here in his number 50 Lamborghini. Now, you have a special name for this, don't you?
it's the heaven and hell livery.
Is that like Diablo based? It screams Diablo to me.
It is Diablo verse, yeah. It's also it's part of the sleeve tattoo that I actually have. So what you see there
Oh, no
is
kidding.
yeah. So I actually have this as a sleeve tattoo. Not in color.
You're going to
I've
have to
gone
send
black
me a
and white here.
picture.
Yeah. So I said to Nick, I'd quite like it as a bit of a Cerberus one. Yeah. So Nick, big shout out again to Nick. And then I think
Uh,
Connor's is missing and Mark's is missing as well.
well, Mark, I don't believe Mark has a custom livery. I think it's just, the plain livery. He gets on to race, but for him it's about the racing. It's not quite about the liveries, which I respect it, but I like to have a little bit of flair, something that pops out.
So then we move
Then we have
Arik.
184 Mr. Jaloviecki. This okay, so Arik Roguski's livery. I love this thing. This is this is so cool.
It reminds me of an old I can't the name evades me now, but there was a arcade racing game on PlayStation and the entire design of the cars was that graphic. It was like a cartoony graphic and it just screams that to me. I love
If
it.
this art style absolutely screams Borderlands to me.
Yeah, Borderlands as well, yeah.
Hmm.
And Kirk next.
Kirk, with his BRVR livery, he actually had this designed previously before joining our server. I guess BRVR is his own personal. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Go back, go back, go back. Check that out down at the bottom on the side skirt. Look at that! Oh, that's tight. That is some really good work. He's got his name up on the pillar over the window too. Beautiful work. Love that.
uh, We've got Gav and Nick next.
Gavin Nick, yes. Gavin, I like this livery. I don't see too much purple on the grid, but no, this is neat. This is really clean too. I like this.
So, as you can see in the bottom corner, it's Iron Brew. So Gav is Scottish. So he's one of
Oh, is
our
that what it is?
yeah, he's one of our resident Scot drivers. And then Nick designed this new custom livery just
This
for
is
Series 3.
this is really neat. I kind of now normally I like more conventional liveries, which is quite the statement after I showed you I'm driving around an American flag. But there's a lot of design uh, going into here. It's kind of like a splash on it. It's like jumping into a fruit salad. I like it though.
We've got the Panda. That's one of the standard liveries.
Mad
Uh,
Panda, yeah.
and then we've got Christine Tiger
Hmm.
Nicholson, so the other half of the Nicholson. So again, very nice, tidy, clean looking car.
What a good looking car.
It's fast as well. And then
Hmm.
we'll just work his way down. So I'll let you reel them off from 992.
Oh, don't leave me hanging. But okay, so we got 992. This is Mr. Marek Pribble in the Porsche GT3 992. We have uh, Archie Moet. This isn't a custom livery. This is a
Standard, yeah.
game livery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a nice car and it definitely has some pop. You can see it when he's coming. Uh, Mr. O. Robbins. Robbins came in and I think he struggled. Well, we'll get onto that, but he put up a good fight early on. But a pretty basic livery. Looks good. Clean. It's not loud and noisy. And then loud and noisy, Mr. Tony Hertzig, Captain Pomegranate himself. There's a lot going on in this livery.
It's loud.
It's loud, it's bubbly. It's not bad, but there is a lot going on. So when Tony's behind you, you can tell. I like this. This is clean. This is simple. This is
So
this is good. This is Jason Bartley.
yeah, so he's raced with us since Series 1 as Jason.
So Jason actually didn't race most of Series 2, so I haven't seen too much of him, but I remember him being very fast.
Yeah, puts up a good fight in this.
Mm. Uh, just getting the name, Maclaudio de Barros. Uh, this car kind of reminds me of a Hot Wheel.
Yeah,
It's got a nice little bit of pop to it, which I think that's good on the grid. It's not super loud, but it's definitely noticeable. This this is Tex. This is oh man, I always call him Tex. It's Simon
no,
Simon
no, Steve Jordan.
Steve Jordan. I just know him as Tex. But when this is another one that Niklaus designed that when I saw this is actually the thing that made me think I need to put a flag on my car because this is just I love this. I think that's so sharp. Nicholas did a really good job with that. This is more of like just a conventional McLaren livery. Like I haven't been in a McLaren dealership, but I imagine that this would be something you could see on the floor. It's pretty simple, but it looks sharp.
Yeah,
Uh, Raced by Mr. Stephen Biles.
uh, believe this one is going to be Todd.
So Todd actually didn't start all the way from the very back. He I guess he yeah, no, okay, so he's ahead, you know, where it's doing like that speed up, get yourself in the block thing. So what I've seen Todd do is he'll speed ahead to kind of warm up the tires and the brakes, but by race start he is in position in the back. So Todd's got a custom livery that we cannot see. We'll have to get that sorted out on Awesome, but I have seen it. It's pretty. I like it. Moving on to Yuri Holin, one of our new drivers. I like this, the white, gold, and red, just kind of swooping from the back. I like that. This is nice. Nice little racing stripe down the center. And
Oh no!
so
Oh no! This is
this,
Todd. This is Todd.
oh,
That's Stacey Ellis,
yes
the other
it
one.
is.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. All right, so we'll have to. Stacy's gonna need to have his livery upload. Oh, look at that! I didn't know that they had the Union Jack inside of that little vent on the hood that he's got. Did you catch that?
Yeah, it's cool that.
That's little details. I love those little details like that. What a wonderful thing.
So that's the grid. So what I'll do now is I'll count PDUBS down, and we should be able to time
You
this
want to
right.
go all the way back to the very beginning? Because I
Yeah.
think you might have gotten a couple seconds. Like,
Right.
oh yeah, I guess you're there.
I'm there.
Count
So
me down.
3, 2, 1. So it's a nice clean start. So for Series 3 we've got a new set of rules. A couple of bits and pieces we had to work out after we saw the race. So we've been on it for race 2 onwards now. But as with anything, we have a few team issues. Which got
Look
worked
at you
out.
making the move there.
It's good that.
Oh, good stuff. Oh, right in front of me. Oh, shame. No, I actually do lose a couple positions in the beginning here. Mark capitalized right there. You can see Mark overtake me in the back there.
I'll switch it to my point of view because there's some nice racing happening behind me between Eric.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yes, I think I managed to stay up on pole for a little bit. But the beauty of the new split system is I don't really have to push pole. So we've now got switched to Eric and Gavin on lap 2. It's still quite busy where Eric is, as you can see. Eric comes down and overtakes him on the offside, but then yields for the first corner. Gavin manages to get past him. Going.
It is a good move by Gav.
It's very busy behind Eric here. I mean, the Mercs new BOP is less than desirable for this. So we've got Mark and Yuri.
Looks like, oh, Yuri took him on the, no, okay, so here comes Marek. Marek got very good exit speed from that.
Yeah, managed to
take
draft
the
him.
inside.
Draft him just on the outer side of the curb. It was a little bit wide for that corner, but overall, it's a nice solid move onto the back of Stacey. Then we've got Christine overtaking Kirk. I wouldn't have liked to have been in that house when that happened.
Nope.
Kirk goes wide there. Christine must have been cheering from the other side of the games room.
Hey, that he makes a mistake. capitalize on it. Look at their line, though. It's so clean, right back together. He just files in right back. So he loses a position, but he doesn't lose, like, multiple positions.
So we've got Todd working his way through the grid now. He's worked his way up to 11th and just managed to put on taking
I want to say...
wide on that.
I want to say... Yeah. I want to say Todd is taking this position, already taking 10th position. I want to say this is only like 5 laps in. Yeah, it's 5 laps.
Let's move on to lap 7 now. Archer's working his way past Biles. A little bit of a push to pass there. Biles manages to just lose it a little bit. Something that if you've watched the stewarding, I was brought up in the stewarding session, a long stewarding session, so a bit more streamlined for start.
He's fast. Archie's fast, but he's very aggressive, and I mean it works out sometimes, but got to be cautious there.
So still quite a lot of cars there that Todd's working his way down the outside off. Manages to work his way up to 9th. I'm still not doing too bad at this point. I've not had my riffing off, so I'm still doing 3rd.
I've already had one of my bad accidents happen pretty early for me. I had 2 accidents this race.
Yeah, you were running quite well. Start. Oh yeah, you dropped down to 8. It's not far.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'm not far off you after I have my little moment.
I mean, what happened for me was first couple laps I had a spin, and because
here we go.
oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Mowing the grass there.
The most unfortunate accident I've ever seen.
Oh, Gavin! Oh, right! Oh, Gavin! Oh, Gavin lost it there too, and he came back and hit you.
Yeah, so I just get on the power a little bit early, just as I'm going over the curb as these marks just gone over now. It just causes the rear to go a little bit light and put me into a little bit spin. So I was celebrating that I've not hit the wall and not got any damage from that. Waited to do a rejoin simply because I didn't want to cause any hindrance to the train of cars that was coming. And then,
yeah, that'll teach you.
And then unfortunately,
that'll teach you for trying to be safe.
Gavin does the exact same thing that I did, and the next thing I know, Gavin's embedded into the front of my car. So yeah, it was just unfortunate.
Oh, right here. So this turn, Kirk's going to make work of Aaron right here. This is beautiful. Look at that. So much speed. Aaron goes a little bit wide, and Kirk capitalizes on it so easily.
The Beamer's straight line speed at the minute, though, is phenomenal. It is absolutely frightening. Connor and Mark chasing each other down.
Yeah, Connor did not belong in the amateurs. He was just so fast.
Yeah, he was quick on Misano.
Look at this. He takes him on the outside. Oh, no, he doesn't.
It was close, I think.
Yeah, wait. So what's going on here? Is it this turn? Yeah, Mark goes a little wide there. That was a weird overtake clip.
Tony's just managed to get past Paul. I think he just had a little bit of an off.
Was that him off, or was that him coming out of the pits?
Oh yeah, it might have been him coming out of the pits actually. So all our races have got 1 mandatory pits. Again for Series 3, all fueling is fixed. So what we found is we were trying to eliminate the 1 litre splash and dashes. Just to bring a bit of close-knit racing back into the series. So
is Mark going to get him?
22 laps in and we've still got 21 drivers, so a few little mishaps. overall it's a nice clean race.
Where's Eric getting?
Everyone's pitted by this point as well, so some are on fresh tyres and some are risking it. Poor Tony ended up receiving a bit of a shunt, so he's carrying quite a bit of damage. That's why the rear of the car has no paint on it. He's probably struggling with the aero.
So it's right around this time, near the end, you can actually see I am relatively close to Niklaus, and oh wait, hold up, wait, can we both hit the 5 seconds, go back a couple times?
Let me pause it. You want to go back 5 seconds to when? What time?
Go back like 10 seconds, because I swear, go back one more.
Yep.
That's it! Oh my god, I think this is it. So right in the back there, behind the timing, I think this is where Niklaus actually gets me with a beautiful switchback. So no, because I would have gone along the inside.
I'll switch to your car and then it should show us.
Because there was a point in the second half of the race.
Yeah, it's gone past you then.
Yeah. How far back does this clip go?
It's Porsche doing Porsche things, and then you managed to switch back, yeah?
No. Niklaus pulled the switch back on me.
There you go. Wow, that Porsche really did give you a moment there.
Oh man. Niklaus and I had some very good racing. I was really pleased with that.
Ooh. And then mix into the pits.
Yep.
I'm still working my way back in position.
Oh, this was actually a genuine clip of. Oh, that's cool. Archie, this kid's fast.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think he's a little bit aggressive, which I can't fault him for being an aggressive racer. Just as long as he doesn't keep it dangerous, I think he's going to be a force on the grid.
Yeah, I think I was hunting him down at this point. I think I remember being like 6'10" or so, whatnot. You guys had just crept a little bit away from me after the mishap. Look how fast that BMW was on. Crazy.
Yeah. But Mark got some really serious speed out of that turn, and Christine just didn't stand a chance there.
It's a lap 30 now, so we're sort of working his way down.
Oh no! Oh, the shame! Oh no! Oh, look at my hood! This was accident number 2. So painful. And then the rest of the race is just.
Here I am, working my way down.
Ooh, good move by Gav. Oh, look at him. He had so much speed coming out of there.
Yeah, Gav, I think after the collision, the collision that he had with me just dropped him right down the grid, so as you can see he's sat in 17. Arik were disappearing too then.
What was that? Just a
I,
camera angle?
I don't know. That was bizarre.
A little bit, yeah.
Arik nearly floated his way to the finish line.
Hmm.
I was a little bit gutted for Aaron because he ended up getting a drive through, which pretty much put him out of the.
Are we gonna watch this? Are we gonna watch this here? Is this really gonna happen?
Oh,
Uh, uh,
so
Poor
one of
Yuri.
the yeah, poor Yuri had just misjudged the timing here. So he cuts across the overall line, comes off the racing line. To be honest, it was lucky we both didn't get killed from that. I ended up picking a nice 8 seconds of damage back up.
It's just such a shame because I like going back and looking at that again. You can tell he's trying to do the
Yeah,
right thing. It just he goes about doing the right thing in the wrong way, and it ends up causing an accident. Look at that. Oh, if he had held that together, that would have been a hell of a clip.
it's a very defensive move there by Kirk, managing to hold the McLaren.
Yeah, kept him around the outside. That's what saved him.
And nice little race finish. So congratulations to Van Sant. First race, first
Did
win.
did you see that little twitch right there as he was coming around one of the last couple turns there?
Yeah, I think Todd was, as you can see, is only just behind me. So the finishing orders there are Van Sant, Todd, and Paul Simon
Hmm.
for the top three. Connor,
Well, let me pull up uh, the results. So for the pro category, uh, gold goes to Sandro Van Sand, silver going to Todd Brown, starting from the back, and bronze goes to Mr. Paul Simon. In the pro am category, uh, technically he started in the M's, so I guess we're moving him for this race. Was Connor uh, going from M category to pro M? Connor Jalowicki in the Ferrari 296, Eric Roguski taking silver in the AMG 2020, and Mr. Mark Kutz, my good friend, in the Ferrari 296, taking bronze. In the M category, we have Tex, Mr. Stephen Jordan in the McLaren 720S, Mr. Yuri Holin in the Porsche 992, and Stacy Ellis in the Porsche 922 taking the bronze. So great work, gentlemen.
overall, I mean there were a few, like I said, few little teething issues that we managed to get off, but the race worked really well. I think the new split idea has definitely worked well. Um, and going forward, we're looking at trying to get more interest into the splits because we're a little bit pro am heavy at the minute. Could do with a couple more pros just getting into it, giving Todd a bit of a challenge would be nice. Obviously, we've attracted some new races for pro for Snetterton and hopefully
Hmm.
for Bathurst as well. We can get some new fresh names on the grid, which is
Yep,
always good. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. It was a good race. Thought there was so close between the drivers that the fueling was definitely a better decision that we've made because it kept the grid really tight, and
it did.
it basically meant that it was a gamble whether or not you took tires or not. So if you didn't take the tires, some of the cars worked really well without it. Some of the cars, and I'm looking at you, Porsche, were probably feeling like they were on the edge. But overall, yeah, really happy with the ending.
I think getting rid of the splash and dash has really brought the grid together because even if you decide that you're going to take the tires, it's only a 5-second difference between the minimum pit stop time and a fuel and tire change. So, getting those new tires, if you're going to get a nice boost of speed from getting some good grip again, it is very worthwhile, I think, to get the new tires. So it's it changes up the strategy, and I am here for it. I also would like to add that, uh, as Ash has said, getting some new pros in, great. We would love to have you. I would love to see more fighting at the front. But also, if you're relatively new to driving, like we're newbie friendly. I came in, I feel like as a noob when I was putting up the times last season, but like work with it. Just try to not be a danger on the track, and you have a place in on the grid. So if this is something that you're looking forward to and you want to learn from more experienced drivers, absolutely check out that Discord link in the stream, and join us. It's a fun time.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. The While it is nice to have the experienced drivers, uh, me, Eric, Paul, everybody starts somewhere. But ACC was my first ever sim racer, if you would. Um,
Mm.
you know, and we've sort of gone from there. So it takes a bit of practice. It's not the easiest game to learn. There is a lot that the game throws at you in regards to setting up the car, as well as learning the tracks. Then we've had a few little updates that's changed the overall car's characteristics and handling. So each time an update comes out, it's always a bit of a roulette as to if your car is going to be the same or not. But overall, we've got a great team, got a great set of drivers. We've got some great wild cards that SimGrid attracts. So definitely keep on putting your interest in. And if it's something that you want to get involved in, or if you want to drop on Discord and have a chat with us and just do some of our open race nights on our open servers, by all means, we'll cater to it all. You don't have to join up to the series if you just want to join in with the banter and then get to
Just
know
say
us a bit
hi.
more. Yeah, just drop on, say hi. We've got people from all over the world, so we've got UK, Germany, yourself from USA.
Mhm.
So we cater to all time zones. There'll always be someone on at some point. So hope you've enjoyed it. We've done it a little bit different. PDUBS has obviously moonlit this one, so it's his first commentary, and fair play to you. Hats off. Round of
Thank you.
applause. Thank you for taking the time out and giving me a leg up with the commentary. And Snetterton will be available over the next couple of days as well. So we've got no main race series this weekend for the bank holiday in the UK. So keep an eye on SimGrid or the Discord. We may do a bit of a fun race, depending if we've got the numbers, because quite a few people are away. But if not, we shall see you at Bathurst, which I'm sure
Eh,
will be entertaining.
Mm, dangerous. In the meantime, keep your eyes on the Twitch. Just because there might not be a CVR event to be seen doesn't mean that we're not on streaming open lobbies, LFM fun races. So keep those notifications on. You never know when one's going to pop up.
So, yeah, thank you from me.
Thank you.
See you next time.